Welcome to Functional Horsemanship. I wanted to show you what I'm calling the functional tie ring. It's a method I use, or a tie ring. There's several different versions out there. If you're familiar with the Aussie tie ring that Clinton Anderson sells, or the clip. This is a different design, and I started using this design about 10 years ago. People asked me to make it available to them. I've been selling it locally for a couple of years, and I've got patent pending on it. But I simply call it the functional tie ring. I think it's a little better design, at least for what my use is. How I use it is I just lead my horses up to the trailer or to a snubbing post. I actually got them on cross ties in my shoeing stand and my wash rack. But all I'm doing is I'm taking a bite in my rope, unhooking the tie ring, I'm running the bite in the rope up through the big hole, looping it over the snap link and snapping it off. You know, from here I can tighten it up, I can give the horse more slack. If I need to, I can put a bite like that in to keep from him pulling back. And of course the uses of a tie ring is when a horse spooks and he pulls back, he doesn't get anxiety or doesn't get scared because he can't move. What happens is that pressure, when he pulls back from the halter, be it a rope halter or a webbing halter, on the top of his pole, if it's tied like it should be behind his jaw like here, he'll get pressure that as well. That makes him feel trapped. That what makes him continue that pull, and often result in you know, a broken metal snap on a web halter. It can result, I've seen even rope halters break up around the pole from, you know, 1,200 pound horse pulling back. Inside a trailer, that can be pretty dangerous. The horse pulls back, something fails, either the snap or the halter, and he hits his head on the top of the trailer, and it can kill him. So you just got to be careful. The reason that I use this design is because the hole that the rope goes up is a lot bigger than what's available on the other tie rings. It doesn't have a magnetic arm that requires you to have a one-way hookup. I can put this through backwards or forwards, it'll be the same thing. If I want the lead rope off the ground, I can daisy chain it like this. But before I do any of that, I make sure the horse is pretty sound about tying. So I'll step away from the horse. I don't have a flag to demonstrate with, but I'll step away from the horse. I'll approach the horse with a flag and spook him a little bit and get him to pull him back. As he pulls back and gets that release based on the friction of the rope going through the tie ring and his weight, is he learns he doesn't have to pull back, that he's not going to get trapped. So he'll pull back, gives him a chance to think, and he's not going to get any pressure from behind the jaw or the pole like he would if you hard tied him. So that's the whole purpose behind a tie ring. And again, it's not just for tying horses to a trailer or a tie rail. Yeah, I use it in the trailer, and I'm going to show that in a minute. I've got them on both my cross ties. If you've ever seen a young horse getting cross tied and flip over and hurt his neck, you know, then you got to think of a different solution. So this is the functional tie ring. I got them offered on the site. They're $25, not counting shipping. There'll be a link there if you'd like to get one or two of them. But again, you know, I use them not only to tie my horses to saddle them up, but I'll put them right inside the trailer as well. So I'll just unhook it, lead the horse into the trailer. Clip it to a D-ring, and from here I can tighten him up or loosen him up as I need to. I can daisy chain the rest of the lead rope as well. Back up. Another good feature on this is that hole is much bigger than the other tie rings that are on the market. If you have a really thick either yacht braid or cotton lead ropes. This big hole makes it much easier to get that big thick rope through as well. And if I'm riding in a hackamore with a pretty smaller diameter continuous Makate rein on there, with the get down portion of it, if that rope is too big, then I can just reverse this and use the smaller rope for my lead rope to go through. So if you're interested in a functional tie ring, I have a link on the website that you can go and order them from, and I hope it'll come in handy for some people. You all have a safe journey now.